Hello everybody, welcome to Airsoft Louisville TV. I'm Flying Cheeto.
And I'm Hunk.
And we are continuing our quest for syndication.
So, Cheeto, have you heard about that NSA scandal with the recorded phone conversations?
Yeah, all over the news. They got text messages too.
They got text messages?
Yeah, they're listening and watching everything we do.
That is just not good for Taro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely not good for Taro. You know, I've actually gotten a hold of a few of those text conversations.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was actually one between myself and you.
That is a handsome devil on the left.
Oh no, you mean the right. The right, the guy in the right.
I still stand by what I say in this conversation. If we get a stripper pole, yeah, Taro will never leave the show.
That's probably true. Here's one between two members of SET, Snicker and Byerly there.
They're taking a stab at you a little bit.
I have feelings. Like you said, it's hunger, but it is a feeling.
Hitting you right in the t-shirt, man. Right where you feel it.
It takes a lot to maintain this floaters build. I don't really have a swimmer's build. It's more of a floaters build. And here's one between myself and Country Boy.
That's kind of one-sided.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for his response on that one. I'm sure very few people know Country Boy was actually supposed to be on our second episode, and he went AWOL. Maybe went to Iowa, got married. Here's one between Sam and Taro.
That's pretty classic. You know, not much to say there. It's probably what happened today, actually.
Yeah, it probably is. And here's another conversation between myself and the spelling troll of the internet, old Jakey Poo there. Yeah, every chance he gets to point out the fact that he has nothing to do with his life but sit around and use spell check. But, and of course, everybody knows John Lou.
So we're making a very clever, if you can't tell, the all Asians look the same joke is going on right now.
John Lou and Ken Jeong, the funny guy from all the Hangover movies. Very funny guy.
I've been practicing my Ken Jeong, and so it's Sup, John Lou?
What just said?
I don't know. I've never met John. I don't know if that's how he speaks.
No, he doesn't. I don't think he does. I think McKnight does all his speaking for him.
So let's move on from this train wreck of a segment. Yeah, let's just go right on. And right into the recap of, we actually had a game.
Yeah. No chair soft here. We actually play Airsoft too. Sunday was Father's Day. We had our annual Father's Day. Why do we only do it once a year?
Father's Day is only once a year.
That's why. So we had our annual Father's Day game, and ironically, Jake was the only one that brought his dad out.
Huh.
But it was good. It was good to see him out there. I think everyone had a blast. We had like 30, maybe a little more than 30, 32, something like that, come out. Great weather. Very light on the paintballers, so we didn't have to share the field at all.
You said something about us being famous?
Yeah, you had a couple people come up to me and comment on how much they enjoyed our little show here. It was had a strange Robert Downey Jr. moment there.
Where you were drunk?
Yeah, it was. I was drinking. No.
Oh man, I can't wrap my head around people actually watch this.
Yeah, it was a good day.
That's good.
Nobody lost any teeth. I can guarantee you fish won't charge at me anymore when I'm using old Betsy there anymore. I think I put a hole through his combat shirt and left him a nice little welt. I used one of them BBs with the blades on it.
Oh yeah.
It's actually Mark's BB, so he's responsible for that.
Alright, so we can get in on a Home Reborn update.
Yeah.
The player pool still opens first of July, and I'm going to do the thing. Send your registration, $5 to this PayPal address. I'm going to reiterate how that works. Till you send us the $5, your name's not going to show up on the player list at all. And so we really want everyone to get it in, early, you know, what you get it in because you can't show up. If you don't send us $5, you show up the day of the game. Too bad, so sad you're not playing. You send us the money, you know, we put your name into a list. And so no one's assigned to a team until July 1st, and then that's going to open, and then the 3 teams can recruit or be sought out for whoever wants to be on that certain team. So that way we have Facebook groups set up to where you can talk about the objectives and that type of stuff. So you'll be a little bit more informed come game day. So we really urge you all, send in the $5 to PayPal address. We've got what, 25 people that say they're going to the event, but unless we see your money, you're not gonna go.
Yeah, we have had some people, smart people, have actually started sending in their payments. Like Tony said, that list will be posted up on the 1st. We want to try and get as many people on that list as possible because it's really going to be kind of a mad dash right up front to try and grab the players for all teams. Each team's going to be limited on the amount of people they can have, and you want to try and get it filled up as quick as possible. The group fobs or towns, they're little survival shanty villages that are coming along great.
We're going to go out tomorrow and do Ravenwood.
Yeah, we're going to finish up Ravenwood tomorrow. It's all coming along great. Don't miss out on this one. Get the payment sent in. Where? Yeah, still down there. Get that sent in so we can get you on the player list.
Next ASL game is the 30th of June. It'll be another Sunday game.
Another Sunday game. Come out for that. We'll try and play a little bit around the new fobs and stuff.
Yeah, see how they play and get a sneak peek, as it were, in some of the more secretive areas. And I guess that does it for Airsoft news.
Well, we have a very special guest today, Grandfather Geek, or Jim, will be coming on. Very excited to have him on.
And especially since he saw what we did to Delta. It's kind of amazing that anyone agrees to come on anymore.
Yeah.
People
looking for punishments there.
Yeah.
So we'll be right back with Grandfather Geek.
want to forever. We're gonna get in there. Yeah, we're gonna get in there. We're getting there.
All right, so we're back with Grandfather Geek, Jim in the real world. How you been doing?
Very well. Thank
Yeah.
you for having me on.
Always great. He's, Jim has been playing with us for how many years now?
I guess about 6 years.
Yeah. He's probably the most liked Airsoft player ever.
Yep, I agree with that.
All right.
Maybe
I'll go
not.
with that.
Maybe not liked by his wife so much because of Airsoft, but yeah. So speaking of your wife, so you and we both have families.
Yes, we do.
You have more of an extended family just because you're like 3 or 4 years older than me.
Have a few grandkids.
3 grandkids. So how we all know the troubles of juggling the family in a hobby such as this that is both financially and time consuming at times.
Absolutely.
What would you say the most important part to that is?
Well, my wife and I have an agreement. I try my best to do whatever she wants, and she lets me play airsoft.
That's pretty much marriage in a nutshell. Happy wife, happy life.
Exactly.
Do what I say, and I may let you do what you
I
want.
do find myself occasionally doing a few extra chores in hopes that it'll give me a little extra airsoft backing in the future. But
Yeah, we've all been there. One day, Hunk, you'll hook up with a nice young lad, and you'll adopt a small Asian child. Damn, it's another Asian joke. We're really not that racist, people. I swear.
absolutely.
But, so yeah. So how did you find out about Airsoft Louisville?
Well, I first saw about airsoft on a G4 episode years and years ago. They had a short little segment, and they were shooting these replicas that looked like real guns. And shortly thereafter, I found ASL, the website, and I was in New York at a school at the time for my job, and I was posting back and forth, and they said, "Oh, wait till you get back and talk to us about getting a gun." I didn't wait. I went out and got a Well M4.
Oh, I
Santa.
bet that went well, didn't it?
Yes, I could have thrown BBs at somebody and did a better job. But then I came and went to a game out in the country there with Captain America. Was out that way to where it's gone. And it was great. I got shot in the face and the first day, and it was wonderful.
It's been all uphill ever since
Absolutely.
then. Yeah.
That's not how you're gonna end it.
No, it's not. So, so you were in the Navy for a while, weren't
I was
you?
in the Navy from 79 to 83. Yes.
So
Just
that's
4 years. That's all they kept me.
Are you sure?
That's all they kept me.
I don't know about that.
Oh boy.
we had received some images of your career in the Navy.
I thought they put those all secure in
I was-
a box somewhere.
I was confused by these. First of all, this was during the Vietnam War, apparently, and I'm trying to figure out why you were out of uniform. Because I think there may have been some. Were you and John Kerry on the same Swift boat?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, we were in the same training regimen. Yeah, much trimmer then.
Yeah. Yeah, I was confused by that.
I still have that shirt, by the way.
Do you?
It's probably older than Hunk is, actually.
Yeah, and then when you first got in, here we were on the, I think this was the USS Arizona.
I seem to have only one pose for mine.
Yeah, you did a lot of leaning. I
held down a lot of equipment.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, those were the only 2 images that the Department of Navy would.
The rest
send
are
to us.
classified.
Yes, they were classified.
Yes, sad.
Had a lot of black bars and scribbles marks on them all. But yeah, so I think we'll get into our page plug here.
Yeah.
The weekly page plug. And this week we're going to do a page plug for. Man, I had the wrong thing open. It's for Team Prone. They're up in Indiana. They're putting on a charity event called Operation Hope Mason. This is on June 22nd. And I believe this is for a little girl that has cancer.
Yep.
I think is what they're doing. It's going to be at the Fun Farm. Hunk, you want to show them where the link is?
It's right down here.
Right down there.
Sorry,
Like
Geek,
how
you're in
you
the way.
said it.
I like this. I like it.
So, Yeah, it looks like they got right at about 80 people signed up right now to go to that event, so it should be a good time.
Yeah. Support a good cause.
Yeah, definitely a very good cause. So everybody get signed up, show up for that game, help out that little girl.
Absolutely.
And that is our weekly page plug there. You wanna let's get into.
Hunks Corner's coming up.
You want to do Hunk's Corner next?
Yeah, might as well.
All right. So we'll dust off Hunk's smoking jacket and find out where he's been sticking his pipe lately, and we'll get him back.
Oh, Amanda Bond, you nutty little minx. Oh, I didn't see you there. Welcome back to Hunk's Corner. On this episode, we're going to talk a little bit about airsoft in the media. Now, since airsoft guns tend to be realistic and there tends to be kids involved, the media has a tendency to overreact. Now, recently there's been a string of stories of kids doing dumb things with their guns. The most major of which is a kid that pointed his airsoft gun out of a car window in Montana and now faces 3 felony charges. You say, Hunk, I'm not that dumb. Who would do that? It's a lot easier than you think. And you say, well, you know, why is this important? We live in Kentucky. We don't live in Montana. Well, recently, for some of you that don't know, Senate bill in California, 1315, would have done that to your airsoft guns. Now, that's a CZ75 painted, for those of you that can't see, painted neon pink and neon green tiger stripe. Now, that would have required all airsoft guns to be neon colors for easy identification by cops. The problem with airsoft guns is, to the untrained eye, it's just a black thing that looks like a gun, orange dot or not. And so you have to be careful of what you do with those guns. And, you know, we all have the tips of, you know, if you're going to an airsoft game, you should transport them like they're real guns. Don't leave them out. Don't point them around, you know. There was a story recently of kids that were in the backyard having a game, and the cops got called because the neighbors didn't even know what they were doing. All they heard were gunshots and saw people moving around with guns. The guy claimed he thought his house was surrounded and people were going to attack him. Now, these might seem like crazy stories and outlandish and things that won't happen, but, you know, a little thing can blow up and affect, you know, the entire nation. So I don't want to be from the state that up airsoft for the entire, you know, United States. So when you have your airsoft guns, think. Don't do anything stupid. Don't point them around. Don't, you know, take them anywhere that guns shouldn't be. And hopefully this sport will endure and we can all have fun. Now, that's my opinion on Hunk's Corner. We'd like to hear your opinions. Send me a comment with your opinions or your video responses. And again, if you want anything for me to talk about anything on Hunk's Corner, send me a message on YouTube. Thanks.
All right, so Hunk's Corner, always informative, entertaining, and little bit gay sometimes, but he is. No, okay. So let's get into the good and the bad this week. Ironically, our good and the bad is the exact same thing this week. You know,
it's a mixed bag.
It was just announced the other day. Was the other day? Anyway,
yeah.
It recently announced that Echo One is stealing someone else's design. Do they actually make their own stuff now? No. Some Chinese company made a gun that Echo One slapped their logo on, claimed they were building it probably. It's the AR-57. So, yeah, it is based off a real gun. I've actually seen one before in the real world. Interesting concept. It's a M4 with a P90 mag stuck on the top of it. And as usual, where do you carry these damn things?
I mean, it's good that we have a Geek, because Geek carried one for a long time.
Geek's probably the longest run gun he had was a P90.
Yep.
And what was the comment you made earlier about you had to, what did you say?
I had to jury rig
yeah.
a hand sew a pouch together to hold my mags in because I couldn't at the time find anywhere locally or to purchase mag holders for it.
Yeah. Yeah, they do make mag pouches for these, but I mean they're so long. I mean, it's like having a push-up bra on. But yeah, I mean,
see, I think that picture's a little misleading because they show it with the M4 mag in, and you wouldn't, you know, I mean, I guess you could, but I mean, in the real gun, that's where the shells come out, so that's not there. But I was telling you earlier, I mean, I think it's going to be fun. You know, give it a year. I want to see some sort of dual feed with like a lever. I mean, it's just begging for it, really.
Yeah, it would be cool if you could alternate between M4 and P90 mags, but I might as well just have an M4.
That's true.
Which in itself isn't really a good idea either. But you know, it's something new, so it's good, but it's something not good. So it's
it's
not
kind of
good.
it doesn't really fill like that much of a role. I don't know.
Well, for airsoft purposes, the P90 itself was just much more maneuverable and easier to use in close-in places.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand why I put it on M4, which is a fine platform, but it's longer and not as good for CQB and close-in action. So.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, the real one. Can you imagine how much the ammo, the difference between the price of those little, whatever those things are. I don't know
It's a
much about
5.7,
real
I
guns.
think.
So.
Yeah, they were talking about how it's a better round and stuff, but I'm like, yeah, it's real steel. And airsoft, it's just kind of, you've just made it harder, basically.
Yeah, I mean, the P90. Let's be honest. The P90 was only a popular gun because of Stargate. So maybe they'll start using this. But I mean, if you were a P90 guy and you invested a lot of money in these magazines, this could be a good alternative for you to have another gun that could use them. So if you've already figured out how to carry these John Holmes-esque magazines, you would enjoy this gun, I guess. So yeah, that I guess that'll about do it for the good and the bad. Since
Kick it over to Geek. He brought a little something he wants to talk about.
Yeah, we'll have Geek pull out his little friend, and
Not that little.
oh, we'll be back.
This is Mac 01, Troy, CQB, M4. I've had it for about a year and a half, and it's a good solid weapon for me. I used to have a KWA, a little bit heavier, more solid of course, but this is lighter, easier to carry, and accuracy is solid also. It has a 4-inch, originally had a 4-inch barrel, but I put an extended barrel type bore through the suppressor, so it's giving me a little extra range. Shoots about 350. Pretty happy with it on that regard. Now I've had P90s, had M14s, I've had a few other M4s as well, and I like the simplicity and the ease of using the mags. P90s are great for CQB, but again the magazines are just hard to use. So overall, I'm happy with what I've got. I play once a month or so, and this has been pretty good for me. I haven't had any problems with it. Hop-up's doing well for me, and if I was going to tell someone, suggest to someone to try a starter gun, you can go with this lower price KDVAs, but you can't go wrong with the Echo 1 Troy. I like it. Thank you.
All right, well, thanks for coming on, Jim. It was great having you come on and introduce us to your little friend there.
Yeah.
You know what time it is?
What time is it?
It is call Taro time.
Oh my.
It's the Russian roulette of fake daytime TV. Let's see what we get today.
What could he be up to?
It's ringing.
Is it?
It's ringing.
Stop ringing. Nope, it's ringing again.
No, it's still ringing.
Hey,
Hey!
hey, I'm glad you called. How do you get blood out of carpet?
Blood out of a carpet?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you like fall? Did you fall?
No, I can't really explain right now, but can you call back a little bit?
Okay.
Yeah,
I gotta go.
Alright.
okay.
That's odd. How do you get blood out of a carpet?
Okay, so moving on.
So maybe we'll We'll just pretend like that conversation didn't happen.
Yeah, you're all accessories to that now.
Maybe he had a grilling accident.
Yeah,
or
that's
something. I don't know.
You know what? It's Tarl. It's not good to speculate. We'll just move on.
Yeah.
So this wraps up another little silly bit of internet TV.
Yeah. This. Yeah.
We're gonna leave on that note.
I'm concerned about what's going on at Tarl's house. I'm
really
thinking that we need to head over there right now to see what's going on.
Well, we'll go do that. Thanks for joining us.
Airsoft Louisville TV. I'm Flying Cheeto.
I'm Hunk.
And we're gonna go shoot somebody.